So basically, the AI bubble popped. I feel like it popped because it's for sure is popping. Uber announced that they're not seeing no return on their investment whatsoever with AI. They said they were running AI for Starbucks and it was doing miscounts, severe miscounts of everything that was going on of their inventory. Even Microsoft had to block Claude Code from its own engineers. They're going through it, man. And the crazy part about it, Uber actually ran through, reportedly, as I'm looking at this, they burned through its entirely yearly AI budget in 4 months. In 4 months. And then when Starbucks actually scraped their data, to go back to them, they said it was performing way worse than human employees. We got some videos we could watch together. Let's watch them together.
City gains because over the last quarter were AI driven, or our token usage went from X to Y, or percentage of employees, all these sort of numbers, and it's amazing, and I think it's like this massive transformation of society. But then you sometimes go and you talk to your senior engineering leaders, and you're saying, okay, how many projects that were on the cutting room floor got moved above the line because of the, productivity gains, because 25% of our code commits were via Claude Code last quarter. That link is not there yet, right? Like you're
It's
not
happening.
I mean, I think maybe implicitly there's more that is getting shipped, but it's very hard to draw a line between one of those stats and, okay, now we're actually producing like 5% more useful consumer features, right? And that line is hard to draw. And I think over the coming quarters and years, like maybe that will become clearer.
So what they thought, let me go to it. So what they thought was going to be something that was going to be instant when it comes to artificial intelligence. They thought they were going to see like, okay, we're going to see 100% production rate now that we installed this new AI program to help us deliver more software, or it's going to help us with productivity by this, and they're not even seeing the 25% increase. So they're like, nah, humans are still working just as hard with artificial intelligence. Like I don't know what they thought it was going to be. Like what I feel like is artificial intelligence is just like how the personal computer was. They felt like the personal computer was going to replace humans. Now it became something that humans use to work with. And that's what we're doing right now. As you see that I'm on the camera with the mic and the lights and everything. And all of this is controlled by one central computer. I am working with the computer as a companion. And that's how AI should be looked at. It should be looked at as a companion. Like, I thought when they first were releasing it, like it was going to be like Jarvis from Iron Man. Like it's just a Jarvis assistant type of thing. But they were trying to use it to just cold-heartedly replace humans by combining it with robotics, and that's just not what's happening. So there's a lot of disappointment because they're spending trillions of dollars on this and it's not doing its ROI, which is basically, wow, if you want an ROI on something like this and you think you're going to get it within a year is insane. Insane. What promises were made in those boardrooms to say, hey, once you put this program into your corporation that, you're not going to need humans anymore and you're going to make 400% more. I swear to God, I think they were lying to them like that. I think most of the AI companies were lying to the old head in corporations and saying, hey, yeah, man, if you install our company, you're like, hey, if you install our program, you'll get 400% more in 5 months. Like, because it's the lack of information. And they always say the difference between the rich and the poor is just lack of information. And that's how they were probably taking their money from them, because they're like, oh, these old heads don't know. We could sell them a dream. A lot of scamming is going on right now. A lot of scamming is going on. So I say that to say this of like, now it's declining the government because they took a lot of key parts of the government and try to run them through AI, Dogecoin. I mean, I don't want to say Dogecoin, Doge. They were cutting out people and using programs that were less efficient than the humans that they just fired like 300,000 black women alone on that. So if automation does not fix this ASAP, it's over. Government is actually over. I honestly feel it's over. It's being backed up, I would say. I think my claim is being backed up. I think we're in too deep.
Not Washington.
I'm at Tesla Global Engineering Headquarters in Palo Alto.
Yeah. So no more Washington, D.C. You're back at work. You're focused. Yeah?
Yeah, I haven't been to D.C. since May.
Okay.
That was a hell of a side quest.
That's a good side. Any lessons from your time in Washington, D.C.?
The government is basically unfixable.
See, government's unfixable.
Elon, only.
Not even like
I applaud David's noble efforts in this. It's good to have talented people in the administration. But at the end of the day, if you look at our national debt, which is insanely high, the interest payments exceed the Defense Department, War Department budget. And they keep rising. So if AI and robots don't solve our national debt, we're toast.
Yeah, so he basically just said the same thing I was just saying. If automation does not fix this and create a massive output, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Their joint's collapsing. And that's why they're using blockchain technology and everything as a backup. Well, it was going to be a backup, but now I think it's just going to be the main monetary system that we're going to run to, due to the fact that we didn't collapse the whole fiat system, which I think obviously, from us seeing everything play out, it's intentional. All of it's intentional. And, we can get into the whole, New World Order and all of that and one world government and all that. We can get into that, but we're going to shy away from it a little bit for now until we get into another subject about that. But yeah, it seems like all of this is kind of intentional for this to happen because the debt is too big, dog. It's almost $40 trillion, dude. We're not paying that back. They might as well go ahead and convert all that into cryptocurrency, devalue it, and then we're just going to go on about our merry way and go into blockchain technology, Web3, and all of that. Because it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So we got the AI bubble popping. All these tens of thousands of AI companies, they're not going to exist within the next 5 years. All they scam. They got their money. I should have made an AI company and whatever and sold some. Hey, yo, listen, you put this in there, you're going to have 1,000% increase. People going to get fired, but I'm going to make my money, huh? That's how capitalism works? Okay, then. So the AI bubble is popping. They done spent all this money on chips and data centers, and they're messing up the water supply. We're about to live like Chronicles of Riddick probably in the next 10 years because of this. The water wars are about to start soon, and people have been talking about the water wars for like the past 20 years. And now we're here. The water wars are about to start. As you've seen for the neighborhoods, people that were drinking water, people are drinking it just basically, they're not drinking it, but that's coming out of their faucet is just brown. Ruining it. Ruining all the water sources just to cool off these data centers. For what? What do we even need these data centers for? Why? The scabs on the Earth's scalp. Like, what do we even... We're going into a system overload type of thing. And then what's going to be crazy about this is they're putting in trillions of dollars for these data centers. And the right day, quantum computer makes all of that obsolete. It makes all that obsolete. Where you can have a chip that is actually the size of someone's palm run enough power for all these data centers and hold enough sort for all these data centers. Like, it's very counterproductive to civilization and society. Like, it's weird. It's very, very weird. It's like, but I kind of also feel like this is like the natural way society goes, like how we were seeing, a whole bunch of crazy steel factories, like how all the coal mining factories, how all of that stuff like used to pop up, and then, as technology got better, then they all slowly disappeared. And it's the same thing is going to happen to data centers if we're going through the proper evolutionary cycle. It's going to be the same thing. Data centers are going to be everywhere, and then somebody's going to create something where there's going to be no need for data centers. And then you're going to get these people that are going to try to lobby and hold on to these data centers because they don't want to lose their money that they invested on it. And that's usually how the cycle goes. Well, the bubble is going to pop eventually. It's going to have to, regardless, because that's just the natural cycle of how things progress. That's all for today. Y'all be easy.